This year has been a lot of good news for Zhejiang Geely Holding Group. On the one hand, Geely Auto released its financial reports of 2023, achieving a revenue of 179.2 billion RMB, a year-on-year increase of 21%, and a net profit attributable to shareholders of 5.308 billion RMB, a significant increase of 51% compared to 2022, demonstrating a significant improvement in profitability. On the other hand, Lotus Technology and Zeekr have successfully listed in the United States, making Geely Holdings chairman Li Shufu the proud owner of 9 listed companies. Polestar managed to secure $950 million in external financing despite the downturn market. Additionally, struggling automaker Zhidou recently announced the completion of a capital strategic restructuring. With a combination of industrial prowess and financial acumen, Geely Holding has formed a strong market influence and competitiveness. Hi, welcome to Gasco. In this episode of Wheels of Change, Story of Chinese Auto Giants, let's talk about the industrial capital hunter, Zhejiang Geely Holding Group. It's said in the industry that the history of Geely Holding's development hides half of the history of capital mergers and acquisitions. This remark is true. Starting from the acquisition of Volvo Cars over a decade ago, Geely Holding has now become a shareholder in world-class companies such as Proton, Daimler, Lotus, Aston Martin, among others. And this is only a part of the whole picture. The acquisition journey of Geely Holding began in 2006 when it joined Shanghai Maple to acquire a 19.97% stake in Magnet Bronson Holdings, the owner of London Taxi Company. But it was the Volvo deal that made the biggest splash. In 2010, Geely Holding acquired the entire share capital of Volvo Cars from Ford Motor for just $1.8 billion, whereas Ford had purchased Volvo for $6 billion. From that point on, Geely Holding embarked on a journey of industrial capitalization, leaving its competitors far behind. In 2017, Geely Holding acquired a 49.9% stake in Proton, a Malaysian car maker, and DRB Hycom, and used this acquisition to secure a 51% stake in Lotus Cars, a British luxury sports car brand controlled by Proton, for £51 million. In the same year, Geely Holding also completed the acquisition of Terrafugia, a US-based flying car company. In 2018, Geely Holding spent $9 billion to acquire 9.69% of the voting shares of Daimler, the parent company of Mercedes-Benz, in the secondary market through its overseas business equity, becoming the largest shareholder of Daimler at that time. In 2022, Geely Auto announced to subscribe to a 34.02% stake in Renault Korea Motors for 1.376 billion RMB. In the same year, Geely formally acquired Meizu Technology, holding a 79.09% controlling stake through its subsidiary Xingji Technology, and again sole control over Meizu Technology. Over the years, Geely Holdings' investment portfolio has continued to expand, encompassing numerous brand assets. Through the capital operations, it has also successfully launched several IPOs. Prior to Lotus, Geely Holding already have Geely Auto listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, Qianjiang Motor, Hanma Technology, and Lifan Technology listed on the A-share market, and ECARX Polestar listed in the United States, and Volvo Cars on the Swedish stock market. Not only that, a number of other companies under the Geely umbrella are also actively seeking to go public. In 2023, Raider, Geely Holdings' first pure electric pickup brand, said that its listing on the capital market is a confirmed plan, and the company will follow the normal process to IPO at the right time. Farizon Auto, a new energy commercial vehicle brand under Geely, is also considering a US IPO. Xingji Meizu also said that it is actively preparing to go public in Hong Kong, aiming to submit an application to the Hong Kong Stock Exchange for listing in the second quarter of 2024 at the earliest time. In other news, it was reported that Cao Cao Mobility, a ride-hailing platform backed by Geely Holding, is expected to list in Hong Kong as early as April this year, having already raised 5 billion RMB. Recently, Geely Auto adjusted its equity structure, transferring the equity of Li Van Auto to Geely Qizhen. This move has led to speculation that Geely is preparing Li Van Auto for independent listing in the future. While not all of the Geely Holdings acquisition and IPOs have been successful, such as Hema Technology recently applying for bankruptcy reorganization, and the outcomes of other companies under Geely planning to go public are still uncertain. However, there is no denying that Geely Holding, or rather Li Shufu, can be considered a master of capital operation based on cases like Volvo Cars and Proton. Since its listing in Sweden in October 2021 under Geely's management, Volvo Cars sales have more than doubled in 13 years. In 2023, Volvo's global sales reached 708,700 units, with revenue increasing by 21% year-on-year to seek 399.3 billion, hitting a record high. In terms of market value, the acquisition of Volvo over the past decade have allowed Geely Holding to reap tens of times the return. It's like a poor boy from the countryside going after the top star in the world, Li Shufu said the acquisition at that time. From later facts, the poor boy Geely marrying a wealthy beauty has indeed reached the peak of life. Not only Volvo, Proton has also made a turnaround after entering the Geely system. Due to the slow technological turnover, Proton experienced its darkest moments, with not only declining sales but also consecutive years of financial losses. After being acquired by Geely Holding, the situation has gradually reversed. In 2019, Proton sales exceed 100,000 units. In 2023, Proton's global sales reached 156,611 units, an increase of 9.3% year-on-year, achieving its best performance since 2012 and winning the runner-up in the Malaysia automotive market for the fifth consecutive year. Moreover, with the new stage of Chinese cars going overseas, Malaysia will become a crucial part of Geely's global map. Cross-border mergers and acquisitions are not easy tasks, as they involve not only political risks in different countries, but also economic, legal, financial, and operational risk. The growth and development achieved by Geely Holding through its acquisition strategy is obviously not due to simple luck, but more from Geely's overall industrial strength and adept capital operation. Geely's ambition for acquisition was originally motivated by urgent need for technology. In 1997, Geely officially entered the automobile industry, starting with reverse engineering from the imitation of Tianjin FAW Shali automobile. However, in the context of the relatively backward technology level of China's automobile manufacturing industry at that time, Geely encountered bottlenecks in improving product quality. Faced with this dilemma, Li Shufu turned his strategy focus to overseas merger and acquisitions, hoping to achieve technological breakthroughs and upgrades by acquiring foreign car companies with advanced automotive manufacturing technology. The most substantial, of course, is the acquisition of Volvo Cars. Although Geely also spent a lot of time and effort to gradually digest and absorb Volvo's technology for its own use, this move had a profound impact on Geely. In 2013, Geely and Volvo jointly established the China Euro Vehicle Technology (CEVT) and developed the Compact Modular Architecture (CMA) that underlies almost all of Geely's current popular models. In a subsequent close cooperation with Volvo, Geely has also incubated the Lincoln brand and joint created the SEA architecture, the first pure electric exclusive architecture of Geely. It can be said that through the acquisition of Volvo Cars, Geely embarked on a substantial transformation. not only enabling Geely to gain a firm foothold in the Chinese market, but also accelerating its pace of globalization and achieving the leap from a local small enterprise to a real international one. It is also the beginning of Geely's move from capital export to technological export. In subsequent overseas acquisitions, Geely began to export its technology. In the case of Geely's acquisition of Proton, the platform of Geely Boyue was injected into Proton at a price of 290 million ringgit. This is to say, in addition to cash, Geely also used the technology as capital to exchange for shares, and this part of the value even exceeds the cash transaction part. After Geely acquired a stake in Renault Korea Motors, the two sides also use the CMA architecture and the Northvolt hybrid technology to produce cars. If the acquisition of Volvo Cars truly propelled the Geely brand onto the world stage, then through subsequent overseas acquisition and the integration of overseas subsidiaries' resources, Geely has continually expanded its product influence to global markets. In 2023, Geely Auto Group's cumulative export sales reached 274,100 units, a year-on-year increase of over 38%, with multiple brands accelerating their layouts in overseas markets. By the end of 2023, the Geely brand has established 533 sales and service centers in 70 countries worldwide, continuously expanding their global market. The Lincoln brand has opened 11 offline experience stores in 6 European countries and making progress in the Asia-Pacific market. Zeekr has completed its global journey from 0 to 1 and has entered a total of 12 international mainstream markets. According to the plan of Geely Holding, each of its brands' overseas layouts has different focus. The Geely brand will focus on Eastern Europe, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, Africa, South America, and other countries along the Belt and Road Initiative, establishing over 600 overseas sales outlets and entering the new energy markets in Europe and Asia Pacific. The Lincoln brand will focus on Eurasia countries in addition to opening up new markets such as Israel, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Macau, and Vietnam. The brand will also accelerate its entry into Southeast Asia, Latin America, and other potential markets in the future. Zeekr will accelerate its entry into Europe, the Middle East, Asia. According to the plan, Zeekr will expand its coverage in the European market to 6 countries by 2024, further enter 8 countries by 2025, and achieve coverage of most core countries in Western Europe by 2026. Proton aims to become the #1 car brand in Malaysia and one of the top 3 in ASEAN, with the potential to radiate into neighboring markets such as Thailand and the Philippines. In the new globalization process, Malaysia will become even more strategically valuable. According to the forecast of Gasgoo Auto Research Institute, China's passenger car exports are expected to reach 4.86 million units in 2024, an increase of 720,000 units compared to the previous year, with BYD, Chery, Geely, and SAIC being the main drivers of export growth. According to the plan previously released, the overseas sales target for Geely in 2025 is 600,000 units. In addition to acquiring automobile brands globally, Geely Holdings' investment portfolio also involves the upstream and downstream of the automotive industry chain and has even expanded to a broader level. In recent years, Geely Holdings pursues electrification transformation through equity investment, joint venture, and independent research and development. The group focuses on battery technology innovation, battery materials, charging and swapping operations, photovoltaic green electricity, recycling, and other areas, collaborating with the whole industry chain to form an ecosystem layout. In 2013 and 2017, Geely Holdings established women companies in Suzhou and Ningbo respectively, specializing in providing battery pack products for brands under Geely Holdings. The group has also invested in battery manufacturers such as Vania New Energy Technology, Hengyuan New Energy Technology, and Pharesis Energy. In 2014, Geely Holding indirectly acquired stakes in 2 battery factories through equity acquisition of Homebridge, formerly engaging in battery production business. In 2017, Geely Holding fully acquired the production equipment and the rights to use the manufacturing technology intellectual property of LG Chem Nanjing plant, with LG Chem assisting in upgrading the battery technology for Geely's high-end brands, including Volvo. In 2018, Zhejiang Jiren, a holding company under Geely Auto, invested 490 million RMB to establish a joint venture with CATL, named CATL Geely Power Battery Corporation, engaging in research and development, manufacturing, and sales of battery cells, modules, and packs. Additionally, Geely Holding indirectly controls Sunshine Mindao Energy Technology Corporation Limited and has jointly established Fujian Evergreen New Energy Technology with BASF Sanshan and Zhijing Mining. The 2 companies are involved in battery recycling, battery leasing, and other related areas. Geely Holding is also branching out into battery swapping. Since 2017, it has been deeply involved in the battery swapping business, establishing an ecosystem that integrates the development of vehicles with swappable battery, the operating and the development of battery swapping facilities, and mobility services. As the auto industry enters the era of intelligence, Geely Holding is gradually building a comprehensive and extensive smart ecosystem. In terms of intelligent car, Geely Auto adopts a combined strategy of self-research and collaborative development. Its subsidiary, ECARX, serves as an important strategic partner for Geely Auto in advancing technology of intelligence. ECARX focuses on 3 core areas: in-car chips, smart cockpits, and autonomous driving. Founded in 2016 by Li Shufu and Shen Ziyu, ECARX has secured several rounds of financing and established a deep partnership with Geely and Baidu in intelligent cars. Currently, the Geely Smart ecosystem installed in Geely vehicles is customized by ECARX. Furthermore, through ECARX, Geely Auto has collaborated with external resources to establish Smart Core Holdings and SynEngine technology, further expanding its presence in automotive chips. Li Shufu believes that end-to-end connectivity is an inevitable trend in the IoT era. The advancement of smartphones can drive the development of in-car systems, and the improvement of in-car systems can continually enhance the level of smart cockpits, thereby boosting the competitiveness of smart electric vehicles. This is one of the main reasons why Geely acquired Meizu Technology in 2022. Geely's venture into smartphones aims to build a comprehensive ecosystem. Li Shufu once highlighted that the smartphone business holds significant importance for the entire Geely automotive industry. It can connect to the Internet of Vehicles and the satellite Internet, creating rich consumer scenarios and strengthening the ecosystem, he said. Additionally, in the field of car sharing, Geely has formed 3 platforms: Cao Cao Mobility for economic travel, Starrise for high-end mobility services, and the Limao Chuxing, which can achieve full coverage from daily commuting to high-end business travel. Geely's ambition does not stop here, and it ultimately wants to build a multi-dimensional mobility ecosystem that integrates sky and ground, from ground travel to low-altitude travel, from the development of vehicle networking systems, in-car chips, to the deployment of LEO satellites. This brings us to Geely Holdings' acquisition of Terrific. The key to acquiring Terrific was to make a strategic move into the flying car sector, establishing a long-term presence and positioning in the field of 3-dimension travel. In 2018, Geely strategically invested in Zhejiang Space Technology Corporation Limited, becoming the first Chinese automaker to independently develop low-orbit satellites. This investment covers the entire industry chain, from R&D to manufacturing, measurement, control, and application. Based on this, Geely began to establish an integrated mobility ecosystem encompassing both ground travel and satellite capabilities. Thus, Geely has become the world's second and China's first automaker to produce both cars and satellites, following Tesla. In February this year, the second orbital satellite of Geely Future Mobility constellation was successfully launched at the Xichuan Satellite Launch Center. Developed and constructed by eSpace, Geely Future Mobility constellation is the world's first commercial constellation integrating communication, navigation, and remote sensing, and is the core of Geely Holdings' strategy to deploy low-orbit satellites and establish an integrated mobility ecosystem. Geely's efforts in low-orbit satellites will directly empower its automotive business, particularly in areas such as intelligent navigation, satellite communication, and autonomous driving. In fact, Zeekr 001FR, Zeekr 007, and Geely Galaxy E8 have already supported satellite communication, claiming to achieve perpetual connectivity. For vehicles, satellite communication systems can provide centimeter-level high-precision vehicle navigation and positioning, which significantly empowers the development of autonomous driving technology. The commercial potential derived from this technology empowerment not only promise to create a lucrative revenue stream from Geely, but also unleashes tremendous value and potential in the capital markets.